Alright, so now that's done, I'm bringing in my fine liner bottle just to give some more details on top to show where the petals are instead of just the cutout. Again, the smaller one was a bit more difficult because it's so small, but it still helped a lot. And then I'm going to add my centerpiece for each flower. Yeah, this one was still a little too big. I could have cut it down, but again, time. Because imagine I sped this up and I cut out stuff and it's almost an hour. So you can imagine how long this took. Plus stuffing in between to run and do stuff and, attend to different things. So I was tired after. But tired in a good way because I really enjoyed making these. Tired in a good way. Alright, so I got my hole punch. This is not the one I wanted to use. I have one that it makes a smaller hole, but for the life of me I could not find it. So I used this one, and then I could not find it's not brads, those things that you put in the middle of the hole to help keep it so that it doesn't fray and mash up easily. I couldn't find those either, so yeah, it took a while. So I thought I'd add some collage, just a little bit on top of this card, because why not? I found these pieces that I had lying around that I just wasn't using, and I was like, Gina, you need to use your stuff. So I pulled them out, I tried to make quick decisions, and now I'm getting stuff stuck down. Of course, I like this piece because there is writing on it and because there is black on it. I don't know what I have, and I realized I put the glue on the wrong side. I think I thought that the paper was double-sided. So I thought that pink, the pink grid was on both sides, but it wasn't. Fun times. But I like these brown pieces of card cutouts. I got it in a little pack with some other. It came with with that one that I'm placing there. It's really cool. I don't use them often enough, I think. I think I should use them more often. I really like how this tag turned out though. I really, really like it. I just added that piece to the top just to help balance out the page a bit because we have brown on the left, brown on the right. So I thought let's add some to the top, just a tiny piece. And then I'm adding in some color just to tie it into the page so it doesn't look like it's just sitting there to the tag, and I like it. And then I saw this piece of cloth lying around. I threw it on it just to see how it would look, and I was like, oh, it didn't look too bad. So I used it. We already have black and white on my card. So I thought, yeah, let's do that. And the good thing is if she doesn't like it, she can always replace it with a different one of her choice. And then I thought since we have that tag, let's add a piece of it somewhere else on the card so it wouldn't look like it's just standing by itself. So I just added this piece down to the bottom right and I flipped it over so the tag will kind of tie in together. I suppose that means if she changes the top part, it's not going to really match, is it? But I just thought it would be cool to tie it in and, bring in that element somewhere else on the tag. And I really like this tag. Like I should have done a duplicate for myself. I really like this tag. I hope she likes it and she uses it. Ta-da! So these are my flowers. I'm sticking down the centers now. And they're so cute. I like them a lot. I wonder if she'll use them to journal or just as an element on her page. That one is really big though. But I did do it big like that, so because, you know, in my mind it was for journaling, so I wanted it to have enough journal space. So because in my mind it's for journaling, I'm adding some paint to the back so she could add some writing if she so desires. And then I found it was looking so plain. I was like, ew. So I just drew in the flower, and she could still write if she wants. She could still write over it and through it, and yeah, still have it. But yeah, this is I like it a lot. One thing I like about doing challenges, it really challenges my mind and it stretches me artistically, because I wouldn't normally think of doing this. You know, I just work in my art journal, I'd work on paintings, but these days I wouldn't really think, hey, let me make some cardboard pieces, you know? So that is why I love her prompts, and that's why I try to do it every month, because, you know, they usually do things that I would not normally do just by myself, just for so. So I like that. Are there any challenges that you all are into that you do regularly or intermittently even? Because, for example, I know there's Meg Journals. She has her Junk Journal January challenge. I feel like I messed that up, but I know it's a January challenge. And I'm actually thinking of doing it this time around. I don't know. I looked at some of her prompts and I thought, hey, I kind of like these. Maybe I want to do some. You all know me and keeping up. It's not the best. Okay, so for these little circles, I thought that I would do just some tiny collaging in the back. I was going to leave it blank so she could journal as well, but I'll put a picture. But I thought, you know, let me just decorate it just a little bit. So I'm just adding some pieces of paper and some card, and I just find it so cute. I hope she likes it. And she could still add a picture if she wants, or some words, or a word. So it's still doable, but we have some collage at the back, which I think is so cute. Yeah, so any of you doing any challenges, maybe I don't know about it and I could consider doing it as well. Or even if it's your own personal challenge, I would love to hear. Because, you know, sometimes you get kind of bored, quote unquote, doing your same thing over and over. So it's nice to step out and do something different. Or it's nice to step out and do something with others, even though you're not with them, but you're still sharing the same experience, you know, even though your location is obviously far away. But I think that's cool. So if any of y'all are doing any challenges and you'd like to share, I would love to hear what they are, and I may consider trying them out, because I have to consider my time as well. School is going to start back very soon. I'm not looking forward to it because traffic is going to also return, and the tight schedule is also going to return, and those are things that I'm not looking forward to. But I also really want to continue creating, and that's one of my goals this year, to just keep doing something, do the things that I like. So I know that means for me that I had to think about what I like and then work on a plan to how I get them done, so that I don't burn out and I don't frizzle out because I can't get them done. So here I am bordering my circles and adding some paint to the tops just to add some more interest. And I love that. And of course some splashes, because splashes are just joy. They're just joy. Okay. So I'm adding some more here as well. But for this one, I didn't want black. I'm going to do some pink border. I'm going to border it with pink instead. It's so cool though. Like, I don't know. Yeah, okay. These are cute. All right, back to these smaller tags now. I'm adding in some more pink. Of course, we must have some splashes. And then I found piece of my strip, my snippet strip that I made. Well, one of them. I keep it on the desk to remind me that I have it and I need to use it. So I saw it there and I was like, hey, this have gold and it have some kind of purpley pink color in it. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use it. I just went brave. And then I was like, okay, we need some circles. So I found my mini sponge dauber and I'm adding some nice, gentle, hot pink circles. Well, they're neon. The bottle says neon. And I'm adding this, but as I was going to put it back, I realized that it's going to cover all the texture piece down below. So I was like, okay, if I put it on top, you'll still see some. So I put it on top instead. I was like, oh, Gina, why didn't you think of that before you cut it? But it's fine. So I was like, okay, I need to put the other circle back. So I did. I was trying to decide if I should add some more to the left, but I was like, nah, let's leave it so. And this one, I just stuck it down as is, and I really like how they looked. If I thought too much about it, honestly, I would have decided to leave it out. But I really, really like how it looks. I hope. Woo, I love these tags. Oh my gosh. And then, okay, I was like, should I turn it the other way? Because that's how I wanted it in the first place. I was like, yeah, let's do that. So now I'm bringing in my pen and I'm adding some crosses because below has the crosses on the strip that I added. So I thought, let's try and balance it out. And I checked this one on the right and it had pieces to the top right. So I just added a couple tiny ones down below on the left-ish. And I was trying to decide, should I add something to the back? How does the back look? So I found this piece was kind of, a dent. So I just cut it off. And I decided to round these top edges here. And I'm still trying to decide what to do. Should I add more things? Should I leave it? Should I add a circle in the middle? And then I thought, okay, we have some gold down below, so we need to add some gold somewhere else. And I found my paint and I'm just rubbing in some areas. So now it's a little more balanced. I was trying to decide if I should put some on the back, but I just put a border to help rein in this piece of card so it doesn't blend in wherever you put it down. It will stand out so you'll know, okay, this is a card. It's a little frame. With this one, I'm adding in some gold as well because we have gold also again on the strip. So I'm adding it in some other places. And then this side looked really bad. I didn't notice before, otherwise I would not have used this piece. And I thought I would I would cut off these edges. So I'm doing that. And then I'm going to put the hole in the center to make this an actual tag. Well, I mean, they want to hang. I'm giving this a little border too, which I felt that it would enhance the card. And I did the same to the back. So this is what I have, and I was just looking at them, showing you guys everything that I did, and I thought I was done, and then I saw this cloth and I was like, oops, I forgot to add it. So let me see where I could and if I should. And then I thought, let's put some of those things in the holes. What are they called? So I'm adding the string. I thought I would just add a simple one, and if she wants, she could always replace it with something, you know, more her style. Or because I know some of you have some nice fluffy stuff or some nice, you know, gentle pieces. And yeah, so I'm just adding a simple string. And I still really want to add these pieces of cloth, so I'm trying, and I found a piece that I would use, and I thought I would punch it as well so I could add it to the top, but I thought that I could also layer it with another piece below. So I'm going to bring back in the cloth, the black and white cloth. I couldn't find those. I'm trying the fastener because I couldn't find the other things that you normally use, but I did eventually find it. Yeah, I went searching high and low. I was like, Gina, it's supposed to be here, it's supposed to be on your desk, find it. And then because the hole is bigger, I thought, let me try these, because these are a bit bigger. They actually turned out to be a lot bigger than I thought. And I couldn't find the red tool that I have to set it. So I thought, let me try the pliers and see if that will work. It didn't really do what it was supposed to do, but it's not falling out. So I was like, okay, we could do that. So I knew I was going to find the tool after I finished the project, which I did. I did find it afterwards. But, I mean, the pliers worked for the time being. So finally I come back to this piece of cloth, and I decided to use it in the back here, and I'm going to bring back in my black and white piece and use that to just hang a little bit. I wish it was a bit wider so you could see it on his. I actually probably should have just cut down the size of the heart, but it still would not have been wide enough. But I should have cut it down. Anyways, so I'm just putting the hole in so I could get both of them in. It would have been good if I had, you know, set everything together, but yeah, I didn't think of it at the time. So these are my cards. These are my pieces, my embellishment pieces that I made from cardboard packaging, and I like them a lot. So let me know what you think. Let me know what ideas you would have had if you had to do this this swap. What would you have made? I really wanted to do a couple beads as well, and I actually think I might. But yeah, I think that those would be cool too. So I hope she enjoys them. I hope she likes them. And I actually added some beads to the ends of the strings afterwards. And the pictures coming down to the end, you'll see them. I took pictures of them so you could see. But that's about it. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me as always. And I will see you. And then I hope it encourages you to create and, you know, just get something done. Use what you have and just make stuff. Make stuff and be happy making it. It makes me happy when I make it. I really love these tags and ornaments or whatever they are. I love them. So I thought after I was done, I was like, Gina, you could make some clusters too. Because those are also embellishments, right? So I'm using my cardboard packaging as well as my base. And I'm going to just pull out some materials that I have and make some clusters. And I pulled out this bright gold piece because, I mean, it's Christmas time and it just makes me feel happy and it's, you know, bright and shiny. And I was like, yes, let's use this. I don't know where she's going to use it, but I hope it inspires her, you know, in some way. Or even inspires, because, you know, sometimes you have a piece and that piece inspires the entire project. So yeah, I hope these clusters help inspire her. I tried to put in this piece of cloth again, but it wasn't working. It was not working. What I wanted to do with these was try to keep it simple. So with the one on the left, you see I pulled out extra pieces, so I just have 3 pieces. In my mind, I was just thinking, Gina, you should just use 3 pieces. But this one that I'm fiddling with, I just kept adding more and more pieces to it. And I was just like, Gina, don't do too much. It's going to be too much. Don't add too much. But I don't know. I love bicycles. So I wanted to use this piece, and then I wanted to add red in them. I don't know if it's because maybe it's Christmas time, but I wanted to add red, and then I wanted to add some numbers. So I thought this little piece would be good, and then this red piece has numbers too. So that'll be fantastic, but then having it on top is just too much red. And I really want this piece of gold just like popping, but I wanted some numbers and a little tips of red. So I thought, okay, maybe this piece here could work. So I go back and forth because I want to leave it to see how my eye feels about it after. So I let it rest to the side, but I focus on what I'm working on the right, so that when I go back to it, it looks fresh and I was like, oh, okay, not too bad. So that's what happens. So as I'm working on this one on the right, I'm not looking at the one on the left at all. And here I'm trying to add some red in, trying to keep my numbers in. I love this, that I have this piece of book page. It just adds so much goodness to this. And then there's the little tag to the left, the little square, red. I just love it. So I like how this looked. When my eye went back to the left, I liked how it looked, and I thought, okay, I'm done with this, and I'm just stapling. I was going to glue it with the tacky glue, but I was like, you know what, I'm just going to staple everything together, and I'm just using the the top of the staple there, just to press down the edges of the staple, so when I run my finger over it, it's really smooth and nothing is catching. Nothing is sticking up. So with these, I'm stapling them down in parts so that it's easier for me to put together as a whole. So it's really 6 pieces because it was 3 on top and then 3 below. And then there it looks like 3 red pieces. So here I'm pressing down the edges of the staples again. So when I pass my finger over it, it's very smooth. Nothing is sticking up. And I love them! I thought about adding some paint, but I was like, nah, I'll leave it so. I really, really like them. Yay! So again, I want to thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for your support, your encouragement, your comments. And I hope it inspired you. I hope you created along with me. And I will see you in the next video. So these are them without the beads at the end. And then I thought, let me add some beads. So I have play on this one. And the other one says rise. And then the others is just pretty beads. It was a real struggle to get them in, but I did. So I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!